What are we waiting on?
I don't know.
We got a swap, boys. Apparently we're orange.
Blue team ready.
I accidentally hit team ready like I'm orange.
Bro, why am I throwing blue? But it's
Seven, 6, 5.
Did you want to tell him to pause or what?
3, 2, 1. The round has begun.
So we're launching here. I'm just gonna assume that I'm unmuted. So, taking that disc first for inverted and a quick shot. Wow. In 11 seconds, anchoring it. Now it was actually partially saved by Vidman.
7, 6.
So 2-point shot instead. Hi. So yeah, we are a bit late to get here on the casting. My apologies. I'm Palidore, of course, here with Dash again. So much for subtlety this time on cams. And right now, another shot coming out. Looks like it's going to be taken there by ReeVspawn. So yeah, we're just coming quickly hot off that other game. But right back into it we are. And
Looks like everybody's on the ceiling. Gonna go behind the goal and juke around Blonde for 2.
Some fancy pants moves there. Blondie.
Yeah, definitely. When everybody gets on the ceiling, you have to react different. It's really tough. You know, it's a new orientation that they have the advantage on. Whereas if you're playing right side up, you're just kind of trying to react to them, and they just have so much more juking opportunities. And now
yeah, and we've seen a lot of that lately too with the jukes, and many players playing fittingly inverted. Speaking of its game, now quick shout out I need to give to Game Dude, one of the OGs from way back in the day, back into it in the competitive scene. Used to be a Titan member. Anyone remembers those good old days? I certainly do.
Yeah, very great player. He had an amazing shot, and it's great to see him back in the game. But there he is, already showing off, getting the turnover and clear for his team. And wow, the boys from the combat, ReeVspawn, I believe. It was a weird
known as from the combat scene, coming in for the dunk. Mamba inverted, getting up 6-0 now, but indeed the ReeVspawn crew, aka VRML from Echo Combat, getting involved now in Echo Arena. It's great to see. Now, ReeVspawn's actually a team that we scrimmed recently, did a coaching scrim with on Eclipse, and went pretty well. Seemed like they got a lot of value out of it, and I know the improvement just in the span of about 2 hours is pretty awesome to see. And I think they're a pretty talented team now.
Sneak.
Speaking of talent, trying to get that one in, but it was just some good brawling at the very least. Need to look for some boosts now, and in the back line, certainly Mizuchi and Mamba trying to look for one.
Ooh, and a long shot that might be in. It just dings away.
Oh,
And the
just a
answer
tap.
back.
Trying to tap that one in.
Oh, it
And
looks like
sending it back out for a back pass. It's going to be into the hands of Kaznaz. Kaznaz looking towards that right tunnel. Now boosts are going to come on through for the blue team. InVerted managed to secure that disc. Both their players InVerted. I'm starting to see why they're named the way they are. It makes sense.
It seems like all of the players are playing on different orientation, and it seems to be working out for them.
Yeah, they have
get this nice.
they have this one. Mizuchi's the one player right side up for them right now at the moment. Going in, but nice snag there. Kaznaz gets it done. Now a boost maybe coming out. If they can get the clear, it's going to take a little bit of time there. Managed to get up, but taking it is game. Game having it stolen as well from Kaznaz. Kaz is going to look deep, and on the recovery, Blondie.
And Kaz, one of those players that really just fit well into Arena, and he's improved so much in playing in Pizza League. You just see the improvement over the season.
Yeah, in Pizza League last season, Kaz was definitely a really smart player. Let's see if they can, on InVerted though, save it. They will. Vidman gets that grab, saving it directly in front of the goal. Back at him is Mamba trying to slap it over to a teammate. Game and Game looking again for a pass down low, anchoring and driving for the dump into the goal. Some good pass work there from InVerted.
Yeah, but I'm really impressed by the ReeVspawn. Man, this is going to be a tough one to say.
Tongue twisters.
Deep into the Really impressed with them so far. Great defense, a lot of good sneaks. Really catching InVerted off guard.
Collectively, they do have 4 saves between them halfway into this first round. So the defense certainly doing some work. On offense, they're just struggling to get anything going at the moment, but you can be certain that that will change on a dime, especially in 4v4. 8 points, certainly nothing to worry too much about. And again, Vidman. See exactly what we were talking about there with the defense. On point, forcing these turnovers, but unfortunately on the put back, InVerted will get that. It's Mamba.
Yeah, as a goalie, it's a big job, to get a good clear. Because you can defend and be a great defender all you want, but if you can never clear it out, eventually the offense scores.
Yeah, that is the big problem. And kind of a momentum killer of sorts at times where you feel like, man, we're getting all these great saves, but then you just can't get the clear and then get scored on and just feels like all that effort, didn't pay off for you. But just great hands from the VRML crew, ReeVspawn crew. I did it too. And now a shot.
Just off the crossbar and back into the hands of InVerted, maybe, unless Kaz gets there first. Just zooming all over the field right now.
And into that 2-point scoring zone, the quick stack though, InVerted getting back. Mamba's going to hang around and go for a back pass if he wants it, but instead they'll go forward and maybe turn it over as a result. Looks like ReeVspawn is there. It's going to be taken by Kaznaz. Kaznaz going to look maybe for a crossover. Some nice positioning, but the pass not going through, so stolen by Game. Game's going to get the clear, and now some light boosts coming on through.
Yeah, and looks like Kaz, was trying to buy time for his team, and wow, speaking of time, there's no time for him to react. Mamba will score 12-0 for InVerted.
Both teams got there right about at the same time, but it ended up being Mamba capitalizing on that for InVerted. So up a dozen. ReeVspawn scoreless at the moment, but already 7 minutes into this round, so it hasn't been just a endless flurry by any means. The defense certainly playing a great role for ReeVspawn. It's just the other side of the floor right now where they can't get anything going quite yet.
Yeah, just a bit of separation seems to be what is holding them back right now. And see, Game due to trying to, I guess, get that pass, but instead it will go to Blonde. Nice recovery, but a nice defense. But an interception. Mamba crossing to his teammate, Mizuchi. Looking up high for the pass, maybe. He will. Ooh, almost intercepted. But Game still makes the reception and shot.
Yeah, Game getting some points in there as well now. That's the first 2 points for Game. Mamba leading the way over on InVerted with 6 and Blondie with 4. Now, also everyone on InVerted with an assist at least. So sharing the disc quite well. And now trying to find a pass. ReeVspawn. Recollecting. and looking towards mid area. Vidman's going to be punched. Mamba is gonna go for a bounce. It has a shot a little bit off, sailing in and slapping it out.
Enemy pass.
Still recovered. So again, with those clears that just can't quite get cleared. And another save. This is a story all day long in this first round.
Yeah, but it also followed up by a bad clear, which is another aspect that's been going on all night for ReeVspawn.
Yeah, the defense is on point right now. And on another drive, again, you see the cross pass, but stunning out the inverted player.
Oh man, he's just there waiting for that clear. Looks like he's gonna have to take his time on the clear next time. Maybe be a bit smarter, because those players are hiding and top to the ceiling. Maybe across to his teammate. Game in for 2 again.
Get to your launchers.
And Game did have some of the defense draped all over him, but was still able to put that one in off the pass just in time.
7, 6,
So 16-point advantage for inverted.
3.
But again, the defense from ReeVspawn really strong. I mean, inverted is having to take multiple attempts
Back the other way.
just to get their points. And they are getting a lot of points, granted, but it's based largely off the missed clear attempts from ReeVspawn.
Oh, nice little dive out. It was a good idea, but Game was just there in time. Makes a quick shot. Doesn't allow himself to be pressured by that challenge.
And as we approach this final minute of this first round, 45 seconds left, we're also in a situation where we're 2 away from that mercy potentially. Now that quick boost coming in there with the intention of making that happen. They do not, at least not at first. But Game is going to get a stun, grab the disc. Now he's going to get the disc stolen himself as Vidman sails on through, trying to find a teammate somewhere down the floor. It'll get to VexZ. VexZ is trying to look for his anchor. He jukes around, goes in deep. That was a beautiful move from Vex.
Yeah, completely covered by 2 players. He has no other choice but to either back pass or go in, and he says, I'm going to go in. It's the last couple of seconds. Why not? And
those are one of the things. I think it was LeBron James who said something like 2 points ain't 2 points, in reference to momentum swinging shots and dunks and things like that.
Takes the win.
And in that event, that move by VexZ, momentum builder. At least potentially. Those are the ones that make you feel good. Just took it right in and broke through 2 defenders and dunked it in on the 3rd one. It was nice.
Yeah, really impressed. Again, I'll say, dude, their defense, the defense is there. If they can just get these clears, maybe get some chains going, a little bit of spacing on the offense, I really think that this game could be a lot closer.
Absolutely. And you know what? That was one of the focal points as well of our coaching scrim when we were coaching ReeVspawn. There was a lot of heavy focus on that defense, and just got to give them credit. They were really responsive, and it's looking good. It's the offense that's not working out so well for them so far, but the defense certainly incredibly strong. And now Inverted's going to go strong towards that goal, and they will make that one. It's game.
Nice to see, again, old players come back, and Game's been a huge part of this 4v4. This will be, we didn't see him for a lot of 3v3 seasons, and now he comes back and the game's 4v4. I wonder how that must be for him. Game changes a lot whenever you're gone.
Games never change, or something like that. Game certainly, though, he was one of, again, the OGs back in the day, and honestly, by all accounts, he was one of the best shooters at the time of early Echo Arena gameplay. Going with a pass softly over to Blondie.
Yeah, it looks like it was a good idea by Vidman to go out for the dive, but it seems like his head bounced off the crossbar and just kind of ruined that challenge. But
yeah,
great idea nonetheless.
Yeah, the intention was there, and that's important as anything. But it's stun on the quick stack. Now VexZ is gonna look for a pass, but it will be taken there. Mizuchi. But as I was saying just a moment ago, Game Dude, this was back in 2017, and we're talking a time where even an outer three-point shot just from the very edge of bubble, a push shot, those were impressive, And going in for a 2-point. Now Game is getting it again. Speaking of, there he goes. But he was one of the originals for sure that I think early on, those first several months of competition, he can make them from deep, from those tunnel areas, mid-court. He's a strong player. And obviously, he's still a strong player coming in here and doing some work for InVerted.
Oh, nice little long shot that won't go in, but it'll still be in the hands of InVerted. Blonde gonna try for the long anchor shot. And now Mamba will pick it up. Pass it back up to his teammate for a quick 2. Game is there once again. And it's like he never left, man. He's back on top of the game.
Exactly, on top of the game he is with 12 points. Oh, I will, Dash, I will. 12 points for him. That's leading the way on his team in the second round so far. Blondie and Mamba contributing 6 apiece.
I like the adjustment that ReeVspawn tried to do right there, actually, which was they were getting beat by this quick chain from InVerted, so they opted for a shorter pass. Unfortunately, the pass was a little off, but I do like the adjustments that they're trying to make. I mean, they won combat for a reason. I'm sure that they can apply the same rules in arena. Just going to give them some time maybe to sort it out.
Yeah, two games that are very different, but also share a lot of the same things. Obviously, the mechanics of mobility, the movement, one of the best, strongest aspects of Echo Arena and Echo VR in general, and coming in with that movement fast. Blondie assisted by Game.
Looks like 2 people were in bubble, and had he covered the shield, maybe it might have been a different story, because they have gotten multiple stops on the shield. You recall in the first round, and they were just there. The shield was on lockdown. They had to take different angles to attack. And it just shows how powerful a shield shot can be. Oh, and speaking of powerful, look at that sneak that Mamba had. He's going to try to take 3 instead. He'll bounce off the Geo, and maybe ReeVspawn can pick it up. And he'll try to, but he gets stunned. It's Mamba again.
And going deep for those brawls, and now deep pass into the goal, but saved. Kaznaz this time getting that grab, and he looks for his teammate for the boost. Just a little bit of a miss grab, so instead it might be InVerted getting there first. With that boost, they will. ReeVspawn not far behind, looking for a pass now as InVerted into the goal area.
That was interesting.
Good stack there, but just got rid of it. Almost got the stun on him from ReeVspawn, but still the InVerted player able to get that. And maybe looking for a clear now, just fumbling the disc. And now a soft boost coming through. Will it be an open shot? They're going to take it. They're going to make it. And Game, who else? 13
I like the
points.
Pass there. He tries to rolls it off the trench. And Game's already downfield as it bounces off the ceiling right into his hands for 3.
Yeah, fortunate bounce, and Game, fortunate results for InVerted. ReeVspawn will come on through on this launch, and down it goes into that scoring zone, missing the hands of his teammates, so instead Blondie will swoop in for that grab, try and find a clear. Now Vidman is going to come up, he's going to get rid of that disc right before he gets the stun, so Kaznaz backing it now into the mid area. Looking for a forward pass now, and it will hit Vexy.
Reception. And now back up to the nest, but he has to have another pass, or no, he won't. Kaz was just taking himself for a long 2. I didn't think he was going to make that.
Field Dash for the next match.
Dash, go away.
Looks like I have to jump to another match, so I will let Palidore take over this one.
Okay, Dash, that sounds great. Later. Indeed, so I wasn't joking on the streams all day the last few days that we're going to try and cast as many as possible, even if it means, staggering ourselves a little bit and getting staggered there in the punch. So now taken there by Mamba. Mamba losing his handles, but recovered oh so briefly by Mizuchi, and the exchange of possessions back and forth it goes. Just shooting that or taking a bounce. It looks like it might. Nope. Bouncing off that island, actually, but still Game is there deep. Gonna take it in, get it stolen by Kaznaz, a stack nicely from Vexy and Kaz. And now another stack as well from Kaz. Looking for a shot. Now if I can get another stack here, missing that opportunity though, it will float into the 2-point zone for InVerted. And taking it for InVerted is Game. Again, having himself a great game, 15 points and 3 assists, as well as a game-high 21 stuns. Game certainly an MVP at the moment for his team and in this game. So Blondie will take this over. on the approach. Now he has a cutting Mamba, stunning the goalie. That was some great coordination from InVerted.
12, 11, 10,
Making that one happen.
8, 7, 6, 5.
So that will be 6 assists from Mamba, but just as well. I mean, 4 from Blondie and 3 from Game. Mizuchi contributing 1 as well. The disc movement, the passing game has been right on point for InVerted. Now ReeVspawn in defense. It's maybe a one-on-one, going deep, missing that shot though, bouncing off the pole.
Intercepted.
So to the hands of Levity it goes,
Clears it out of their zone.
trying to lift his team up to score again here. Sailing past though, and we've seen this a few times in the league too. Now with the 4v4 play, as the steal goes through, Kazan has the shot, dinging it off the post.
Oh, not this time. Intercepted.
But we've seen several of these in the 4v4 format where if the stack does miss that first grab and overshoots the disc, which is very possible and it happens quite often, just given the sheer speed as the shot goes off. Oh, just so close, but off the mark.
Great pickup by Orange.
But if that first overshoot occurs, you know, it's not a good thing because there's always a second stack and an attack. Vidman denying that again. So the ever-present defense in the goal by Vidman today and ReeVspawn. Kazan has as well this snatch, but throwing it into the hands of Mamba. So Disc not finding the hands of anyone for too long and getting stunned again. So it's just back and forth, ping-ponging around a little bit. It seems as if one of the players may have crashed. Either way, diving in the goal and making it his game. So maybe not. One of the players mentioned something about a crash. Oh, yep, there they go. So a minute 34 left in this second round. They do have the option for the restart if they want to opt for it.
Teams have cleared the launchers.
So Kaznaz is going to take that. Looks like they're maybe just going to play on, and stolen there, Mizuchi. Mizuchi from CVRE. That was almost a shot I've never seen before. A bounce shot through the mail slot area. That was kind of unique.
Orange clears it out.
And then a recovery. No, the overshoot that I talked about. Still is able to get that one. And second attempt, not good. Right back into the hands of Vex. And the third attempt, the resilience from ReeVspawn to come back and score that one.
11, 10, 9,
Get themselves 4 points.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So with that, game is about to come to a close, this round rather. And it'll be 17-4 so far, maybe trying to build on it, is InVerted. 30 seconds, and Kaznaz the steal, but right back. Game just denying every opportunity there. And now maybe another assault, another stun, and another score. Actually goes off Kaznaz, but still ultimately finds the goal. And that was identical to the play we saw earlier where the disc holder was just moving up slowly, looking behind him, checking for his teammate. And then boom, teammate comes in, stuns the goalie, shoots the shot, gets it done. Great coordination.
This round is over, and blue takes the win.
So InVerted will take it, second round as well as the first, 19-4. Both times ReeVspawn. Can't say enough about their defense. 7 saves from Kaznaz, Vid with 5, Levity with 3, Vexy with 1, as well as the stuns. And just defensively, this is a stalwart of a team, clearly, and they're not... It's just the offensive end that's holding them back at the moment, but you know, that stuff is fixable, and that's fixable with just some more practice time, and team chemistry and things like that. Finding their anchored passes, softer passes. I think that's one of the things that ReeVspawn would need to focus on, is just softer passes and passing, position base, basically.
Teams have cleared the launchers.
Because they're golden on the other end. It's just more so figuring out where exactly they want to be on offense. And now back passing it, and you can see that exemplified right there as well. With InVerted, they know where to pass it. They know where their team is going to be at any given time, so they don't have to worry so much as the shot goes out. They don't have to worry so much about reaction so much as just rules, and they know where to go. And now, Levity, as well as Kaznaz, trying to slap it out. Mama's going to take that over. So another one of those clears that don't turn into a clear. Crossing it down with a bounce pass, having it stolen, Kaznaz, and that one will be a clear. But way in the back line is some blue players for InVerted, as well as the stack. So coming on through is Game. Game is unaware of Kaznaz lurking on nearby, but says, I don't care, I'm going to punch you out. Still taking it back as Levity, going into the corner off that wedge. And finding the disc is Mamba eventually just for a slap into the opposite wedge. So a bit of hot potato as Blondie will back it out and throw it through. And then back out again. Not a bad idea considering his teammates were quite far behind. It would have been a 2-on-4 situation for InVerted had they taken that one in. So instead, it'll sail back into InVerted side of the floor where Mizuchi comfortably grabs that disc with Kaznaz pressing on him. And now Mizuchi's going to send that one clear bottom. And maybe taking a shot, a little bit left. And taken back by Kaznaz. So Kaznaz is going to try and throw that one out. Looks like we might have a crash again, unfortunately. So 8 minutes, 12 seconds roughly when the crash was called. However, we do play until the goal. And no points yet, so you will have to play until the next goal. But in the meantime, we'll see if that goal goes in. That was a close one there. But Kaznaz is going to take that and clear that into the hands of Mizuchi. Right back. They're down a man, but trying to look for a goal no less. Will they get it? On the drive. No, on the denial. Kaznaz yet again. Easily the game-high saves with 9. But oh, taking that back, Mamba. The snake tunneling it right through the goal.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And yes, ZR Glitch, glad you like the production. I like it too, but I may be a little bit biased. And also, Rad Wyvern in there. See, I can pronounce it right. And now the shot, little off. Vexy's going to be there for the recovery, taking that in, and 2 points it will be, tying that up for his team. 2-2. And also the crash, not a factor anymore, as the player is back, lining up the launch. They opted to play on it, and well, it will result in the 2 points for ReeVspawn. They will take it. So moving it on up is Mamba with a disc in that tunnel. There's a little bit of a stack from ReeVspawn in the back line. They're actually able to recover that one, getting some stuns, getting a clear, and now looking for each other on the boost. Now, this is exactly what you want to see them do on offense. It's excellent movement, excellent awareness, but the overshoot coming back into play. So again, when you overshoot those discs in 4v4, chances are there's a second stack right behind you ready to take that back. And that's been the case for some of these games, and it's been the case tonight. So coming on in now, soft pass on over to Game. Game is going to find Blondie. That was a nice drive, a nice dish, and a nice goal. InVerted 4-2 as we approach less than 6 minutes left. This is the third round. Team InVerted taking those first 2. But again, MMR being something that will play into the score differentials. That's why we play all 3 games. So hopefully, as the weeks roll on, to quickly find the best possible matchups on the ladder. Now, pass going down low. Softly on the approach is Mamba. Going for the shot. Cannot get that one. So it'll float back into mid. Disc taken by Mamba. Mamba is going to look for his pass. A tap pass to Game. Game is going to go insane for the goal. That was a beautiful tap pass right to his teammate, and Game continuing to have one heck of a game at 19 points. Almost, he's a walking mercy, Game, dude. So Kaznaz passing it off, finding Vidman, and then intercepted right back by Mizuchi. Mamba with a disc. Kaznaz with a bounce. It's going to go into that scoring zone again for InVerted and actually missing it. So the overshoot. Will they pay for it? No, it's going to be back right into the hands of Blondie and then shot into the 2-point area. Takes a bounce. Stacks coming on in from both teams, but the overshoot again. So Kaznaz will be there first, it seems like. And taking that, clearing it. Intercepted. Mizuchi again. Mizuchi's also been there at the midline, back line, finding himself a lot of those intercepts. So great hands and great awareness and positioning just to find those mid-arena clears. Intercepts. Looking for the pass. Not on the mark. So now it'll be Game. Game is going to try and pass it, but good read. Vidman, again, that bubble defense. Been strong all night. ReeVspawn. The stack as well. They will have an open goal, maybe, but quickly coming through. Shot, a little bit astray. Still a secondary stack coming in, but no, it will be Blondie recovering, clearing. Down. So now we're under 4 minutes left. Some more boosts coming in, getting stunned, taking that disc now, and shooting it in. Mizuchi. The Collegiate League player. Showing his game. The Zooch is loose. Is that a thing? I love it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Mizuchi now on the scoreboard and happy about that. It was a slick one. The slick duck as well from Kaz. Kaz gonna find a pass right through that double team. And now VexZ trying to find one down low. Almost gets it through. It's gonna be overtaken there. Game. Also, the stun, a shot, softly, rebound, levity, absolutely, and the goal. 4 points now for ReeVspawn. It's an 8-4 advantage, still for InVerted, but certainly the closest game we've seen. And I think a lot of that might have to do with ReeVspawn's defense. I know I've harped on it a lot today. And well, not harped, but, in a positive fashion. And, that kind of defense will absolutely wear a team down over time. And I think we're seeing the payoff from that great defensive game just in this one. They're holding their fort and they're starting to score more.
Blue sends it back the other way.
So off to that tunnel pass. It's going to be InVerted. Mamba checking behind, seeing if he has some time. On the approach is VexZ looking for that pass, but again, the good defense cutting it off. Kaznaz getting that clear. Great defense, but way in the back line is the Zooch. Now that I know that's his nickname, I'm going to use that a lot more often. And if it's not his nickname, well, it certainly is now. But taken over by Vidman. Looking into that tunnel pass. And assaulted there. Kaznaz going to get that brawl. Maybe get the disc. No, he's going to be punched instead, but his teammate VexZ there. Levity looking for a boost off him. A 3-point shot attempt. A little bit off. They'll have a shot at their own rebound. They will get that one. And now a pass. So that was a good look at the pass at Levity, like it was a positional-based pass. However, InVerted was aware of it and cut it off with 2 players in the goal. So it did cause a turnover, but that's a good idea, at least from ReeVspawn, looking for their position-based passes. Just maybe to the wrong spot that time, but great. Clear, save, well, steal rather, and right on time on that boost. So I think also in this game, I'm seeing ReeVspawn getting their boosts a lot quicker. They're getting to the floor a lot faster. But on the attack, it's Game, the master. 21 points on the rounds. The 3 rounds. So final minute now, winding this one down. It is InVerted, up 10-4. Much lower scoring output than we've seen in the past. Ooh, that was a weird one. Mamba is not going to make the shot, so instead Levity is there. Gets that read. Mamba right back. Going to try it again. Unable. Again on the attack, but again on the grab. Defensive hands. Kaznaz putting them to good use. Kaznaz, basically a teacher's pet tonight in the sense that his hand is always up, getting that disc.
It's headed back downfield.
And Sir Dimwit totally... Mamba number 5. Now, see, I was saving that one for another time, but you blew it. All right, VexZ gonna go in, shoot the shot. Why not? It is 10-6. The game will end there. This round will end there, but ending it in a much closer fashion. ReeVspawn hanging in there and doing some work in the third round to keep that close. Great job.
That's the round. Blue team is victorious.
So that will be the round the series. All three going to InVerted on that one. Mamba, Mizuchi, Game, Blondie. Game, the game high, 21. 4 assists as well, 44 stuns, another game high, 2 steals. I mean, just across the board, Game the MVP certainly. But Mizuchi contributing there across the board as well in every category. Mamba with 8 points as well. And, you know, just a great team effort all around. The assists were awesome from InVerted. And over on the ReeVspawn side, got to hand it to them for their excellent defense. Just excellent defense. 10 saves from Kaznaz is ridiculous. 5 from Vidman and Levity with 4. Vexy with 1. And then over time, you just saw that defense actually pay dividends as the deeper we got into this game, the lower scoring it got. And I don't think it was by coincidence. You know, it was a grind of a match, and you can see it pay off. And I think ReeVspawn has a great future as a result. But certainly both of these teams, excellent players, excellent teams, and exciting plays happening all day. And, well, speaking of which, we're going to find ourselves in another match now, actually going on at the moment, being casted by Wit and Dash. We're staggering here, so I'm going to go join Dash momentarily, and then there's one more match yet after that we're going to cast, so stay tuned. I'll be on the VRML 1 channel if you want to join us. So until then, thank you for watching. Thanks to all the viewers, and maybe see you again real soon. I've been Palidore. So much for Subtlety, doing great work on the cameras. And yeah, have a good night until about a minute from now when I see you again. Later.